This seed has a series stretch of things in one single area, and to find it, you're not actually going to have to go too far from spawn, because literally right from spawn, you just have to head yourself right through here until we eventually find ourselves this desert biome, which is squeezed right in between a mangrove forest, as we can see right here, which actually goes on for not too long a distance, but long enough to actually have quite a number of things right in one single area. Take, for instance, first off, all of this stuff, as we can see right here. Yeah, we got a village, we got a desert temple, we have a rune portal, as we can see right there, and on top of that, outside of this stretch of stuff, we're actually going to find other stuff surrounding this stretch of land with other things around here. But when you're actually right around here, right around this actual stretch, you do get this rune portals we could see with, unfortunately, no obsidian. But fortunately enough, not too incredibly far from here, you're actually going to get yourself a lava pool, meaning you could theoretically turn this into an actual nether portal. So if we actually happen to do that right now, then you're going to see it's actually going to be pretty worthwhile doing that, because if we head ourselves straight inside of here, we're going to find ourselves a soul sand valley, and not just a soul sand valley, but a soul sand valley with tons upon tons of fossils all over the place. And plenty of these fossils happen to have dry gas, including the one you literally spawn right next to. So yeah, if that's not incentive to go to the nether right where you saw that rune portal, then I don't really know what is. But yeah, you're going to find several all over the place. Like, you are never going to have to make any dry gas pretty much whatsoever when you are inside this one scene, inside this one nether portal, as we could see. But it's probably ideal to head to the desert temple before actually popping yourself into the nether, because you are going to need all the gear you can actually find inside the desert temple to go into the nether, such as the 5 diamonds you can see right there, such as all the stuff you can see around here. So yeah, there's some pretty worthwhile stuff inside the desert temple, and there's some pretty worthwhile stuff right next to the desert temple, because we also get this one village, as we can see right here, with plenty of food, with plenty of chests, with plenty of other different types of things you can expect inside of a village, as we can see right here. And not only do we have all this, again, but we also have other things we could find surrounding this huge stretch of stuff, such as right over here, we're actually going to find ourselves a small little coral reef, as we can see right here, which is pretty much surrounded by nothing but mangrove forest. So how an ocean biome managed to generate here is a question which I'll never have the answer to, but something I'll also never have the answer to is the fact that there's also a village sitting itself right in the middle of this actual ocean biome, as we can see right here, with, unfortunately, no blacksmith, but fortunately enough, in a pretty secluded area, in the case you are looking for something like that, and pretty secluded, right surrounding all these humongous mountains, as we can see, sending itself all the way around here. I mean, seriously, these things, for like savanna plateaus, actually go up fairly decently high. Probably not as high as they could go, but still, for a biome like this, they actually do go fairly high enough for you to actually make the most of it, and fairly high enough with some actual flat land you could actually work with. So if you wanted to build a house or something like that on Y194 terrain or something like that, then you can totally do that, and you could totally do that right next to a pillager outpost, and it's up literally right over there, which is just raised up just enough, as we could see, to have some pretty interesting style of generation, which might make it just a little bit more difficult to conquer. But in the case you do want to take on a challenge, and you could all obviously do that here. And then there's maybe a few other different types of things you might want to check out, such as that desert temple surrounded by all this mangrove, such as a jungle, such as many other different types of things, not too incredibly far from spawn. I don't know, maybe like just a few hundred blocks or something like that. Like, there's quite a number of interesting things, from the terrain, from the structures, from everything else like that. So yeah, check out the seed if you want to. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.